Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are just joining us, this is Tech World Data Hub, and today we are going to be talking about the introduction of Excel. Excel is one of the tools that you use for your analysis. For business, a lot of businesses use it. Schools, students use it for calculations. They use it for storing their data and a lot of things. So right now we realize that a lot of people don't understand how to use Excel, right? So we're going to start from the basics. We start talking about the things that you're supposed to know about Excel and how you can navigate through it. So right about now, we'll start with the introduction, helping you to understand what Excel means. So let's get straight to the laptop so that I can see a few things that we're going to talk about today. All right, so the first and foremost, you're going to open your Excel. Just like I said, Excel is a form of a spreadsheet, right? So there are spreadsheets. You have the Google spreadsheet, you have the Excel, and Excel is part of the Microsoft Office, right? Microsoft tools. So while Google Sheet is for Google, right? It's produced by Google, while Microsoft Excel is produced by Microsoft. So now we're working with Microsoft, right? So now when you when you open your Excel, initially you are going to see this dashboard, right? So in this dashboard, you are having the home, right? You see the home. Let me itemize it so that we can see, right? So you see the home here. This is the home, right? So that's the first one. Is already clicked in. This is for new, all right? This is for open, right? So when you open any of them, you can at least do the things that you want to do with this, right? So there are various things we can understand as we are moving on. Okay, so I'm trying to erase this. Okay, fine. So now look at this. So when you come here, there are a few things you are going to see. You are going to see the new. Then if you are still new on Excel, is going to show you recent and pinned documents, the ones that you have worked with or the ones that you recently opened. When you see my dashboard right now, you're going to see most of those things. Now, as a new person, Excel has made it possible for you to learn. They have put few trainings to help you understand Excel very well. You see the Welcome to Excel, basic tutorials, Power Query, pivot table trainings, then beyond pie chart and every other thing. So feel free to go through all those templates and understand them. All right, so let's go ahead and check out some things here. If you want to open a new workbook, this is already a new workbook, right? So if you want to open one, you can click on new, or you see this place, you have the blank workbook, right? You can open it, or you can press on open, right? If you press on open, it's going to take you to your laptop for you to take the file that you want to open, right? So let's say we are clicking new. If you press on new, it is going to show you, is it a new workbook that you want, or you want to go through lessons or templates that are already here. There are templates that we have, a lot of templates you can use for monthly company budget, academic calendar, a lot of things that have been created, right? But right now we don't want to go into all that. We just want to go into a blank workbook. So let's click on it right now. It opens. Now the question is, what is different between a workbook and a worksheet, right? What's different between a workbook and a worksheet? Now a workbook is the whole entirety of Excel, right? The first Excel you open is the workbook. But when it has to do with the sheets, the pages we are working with, the pages we are going to work with, that's the sheets. If you look at this closely down here, you are going to see sheet 1. If I want you to open another sheet, it's just like you opening pages, right? So you open sheet 1, this is sheet 1. Then if I want to open sheet 2, this is sheet 2. If I want to open sheet 3, this is sheet 3, right? So a workbook is what carries all the worksheets that we are working with. Maybe you have a lot of data you want to work with, and because you don't want to have them in different worksheets outside this, you want to have all of them in one workbook, and because of that you can put them together. Now let's go through. We are not doing much calculation today, but let's go through to understand the whole process the whole information here. Now when you get to the top, when you get to the top of this, you're going to see stop, you're going to see file, the menu. This menu that you are seeing, where you have the file, the home, the insert, the draw, the payout, page layout, formulas, data view, all of them are what we call ribbon, ribbon, right? Ribbon. So it helps us to, it's more of a shortcut of what the tools that we are going to be working with as far as Excel is concerned. So this ribbon can also be closed. You can close it this way by clicking this. See where Microsoft is? Let me show you. Look at it. This place. You see here, this point. You can click it, and it will, you can close it. Right? If you can click it, you can now, close it. You can close it, and you can open it at the same time. You see, that's closed. So if you want to open it, you can just click on any of the information on the ribbon. All right. So the first ribbon is what we have already discussed, the file, where you are going to see, every information that concerns the file you are working with, another file you have worked with before, and every other setup that has to do with Excel. So like we discussed earlier, you have seen the home, the new, the open. That's the first thing we discussed. Info is about the information you are working with. That's the data that you have already, the file you have already put in, right? And every other information that comes in. So as the properties, then save, if you want to save it. In the next lesson, we are going to talk about saving. How do you save? All right. So the print, if you want to print out the Excel work you've done, and share, if you want to share it online. Export, if you want to export it, maybe you want to transfer it from Excel to PDF and all that, or you want to publish, or you want to close, or you want to do more, you want to reset the whole Excel, you can actually do that. All right. So that is that for home. That is that for Excel file that you see in the ribbon, right? So let's make this ribbon, let's make it constant so that we can save more time. All right, let's make it constant. Let's pin it. You can pin it actually. Let me show you. You come that same place, the same place you took it up, you can also pin it. So once you pin it, it will stay there. All right, so in this home, you have the clipboard, you have the font, you have the alignment, you have the numbers, you have the style, you have the cells, you have the editing. So all of them helps you to, format your cell so well. You can change the font, you can do pasting, you can do aligning, you can change the type of data, you can do conditional format, a lot of things you can do. So on the insert is where you can now put in some other things you need. Maybe you want to put in tests, you want to put in few things. I don't know, this is really hanging. All right, so you can put in pivot tables, charts, and all that, or you can do draw. You can draw. All right, there is room for drawing, and page layout. You can work on your table, on your pages. Then there is formulas where you can see all the formulas you have in Excel. You can pick them, either use shortcut or you use this ribbon to do that. There is also an icon for data, all right, where you can import, export, do your Power Queries, sorting, removing duplication, data validation, and all whatnot. You can also put in view to view your data the way you want it, and a lot of all of them. You can even, at this point, you can put in more icons in this ribbon, right? You can put in more, but that is not for today. So that is how you can always do few of this, navigate through your Excel sheets and get the point. All right, now let me show you something before we end it for today. All right, look at this. In this sheet, how do you name your sheet? You can double click it. If you double click it, you can name it. Let's say I'm naming it Justin. All right, Justin 1 or so, or Justin 1. Right. So after you name it, after you click it, after you are done, you press enter. It saves, right? So how do you now save the worksheet or the workbook that you have? We have already put the worksheet, name the worksheet. Then if you want to save the workbook, how do you do that? You come to file. It's either you press Ctrl X, it takes you to where you're going to save it, or you come to file, right? You come to file, you press save. So once you press save, it takes you to, it gives you another place you can save. You can go to browse. You You can save it as your PC. You can save, you browse the location you want to save it, or you can use the ones you have been using before. Let's say I want to browse, then it opens my PC. I'll now check the best place I can save my document. I can say, okay, let me save it in the folder that I call documents, right? I come there and I save. I say Justin's. We're going to be working with this workbook a long time. Justin's workbook. Okay, Justin's workbook. All right, and I press enter. It saves immediately. So when you look at the top here, you are going to see that the name has changed to Justin workbook. All right. So that is what we are going to be doing today. Then the next class, we are going to be talking about how do you input data into Excel and other things we are going to work out. So follow me on the channel to learn as many as possible as we are moving on. All right, bye bye for now.